Demography studies the population of an area, divided into race, ethnicity, and age groups. It also takes life expectancy into consideration, and while some nations have high life expectancies and others don't, the fact of the matter is that everyone dies. Many people who die are buried in cemeteries within cities, which may hold more dead people than the number who live in that city. Let's take a look at the geography of communities where the deceased outnumber the living. Burial practices around the world reveal a fascinating intersection of culture, religion, and geography. In densely populated urban areas, space constraints have led to innovative solutions, like vertical cemeteries in Hong Kong and shared mausoleums in Latin America. Meanwhile, conventional practices persist, from elaborate tombs in Egypt's City of the Dead to natural burials in Scandinavia. Some cultures, like in Tibet, opt for sky burials to honor spiritual beliefs, while others, like Japan, increasingly turn to cremation due to limited land. But there are several communities around the world in which dead people, buried within cemeteries and mausoleums, exceed the number of living people. Let's explore some of these places. In ancient Egypt, many types of burial practices were implemented, but other burial sites are newer. Cairo City of the Dead is a sprawling necropolis with origins dating back to the 7th century. This unique urban landscape serves as both a burial ground and a residential area. Covering roughly 4 miles, it houses millions of graves, vastly outnumbering the living population, which is estimated to range from 500,000 to 1 million people, depending on the source. The dead-to-living ratio is difficult to calculate precisely, but some suggest it could be as high as 10 deceased individuals for every living resident. Historically, the City of the Dead was strictly a cemetery, but over time, housing shortages in Cairo led people to move into the area. Many families live in and around the tombs, transforming mausoleums into homes while maintaining respect for the dead. Walhalla, a tiny town in Victoria, Australia, is a fascinating place where the dead vastly outnumber the living. Once a bustling gold mining community, the town is now home to just 16 residents, while its historic cemetery holds over 1,300 graves. That's about 80 deceased for every living person. The cemetery, dramatically perched on a steep hillside, is a powerful reminder of the town's glory days during the gold rush. Though the population has dwindled, Walhalla's rich history lives on through its stories, landmarks, and, of course, the thousands who rest there. Queens, New York, one of New York City's boroughs, is often referred to as the Borough of the Dead, due to its staggering number of cemeteries and burials which far outnumber its living population. With a population of 2.4 million residents, Queens hosts some of the largest burial grounds in the United States, holding an estimated 5 million deceased individuals. This dramatic disparity is represented by Calvary Cemetery, which alone holds more than 3 million interments, making it one of the largest cemeteries in the country. Other significant burial grounds, such as Mount Zion, Mount Olivet, and Lutheran All Faith Cemetery, contribute to this immense population of the deceased. This occurrence dates back to the 19th century, when Manhattan's limited space and rapid urbanization forced burial grounds to move outward. Queens, with its sprawling open land in proximity to Manhattan, became a natural choice for these relocations. The cemeteries were designed on a massive scale, reflecting both the high mortality rates of the era and the cultural diversity of New York's immigrant populations. Today, these cemeteries are vast, quiet expanses amidst the bustling borough, serving as both historical markers of the city's growth and sacred spaces where the past is interwoven with the present. They stand in stark contrast to the vibrant, ever-changing urban communities surrounding them, creating a potent reminder of the borough's unique role as a resting place for millions. North Arlington, in Bergen County, New Jersey, is an example of how the dead can far outnumber the living in a modern urban setting. With a population of just over 16,000, this small borough is home to Holy Cross Cemetery, one of the largest Catholic cemeteries in the region, where nearly 300,000 individuals are buried. Nearby, another Jewish cemetery holds thousands of more burial sites. This creates a staggering ratio of nearly 18 deceased individuals for every living resident. Holy Cross Cemetery was established in 1915, becoming a prominent burial site as urbanization and space constraints in nearby cities like Newark and New York pushed cemeteries into suburban areas. The cemetery holds the graves of countless families who once lived in the nearby industrial cities, alongside notable figures and community leaders. Despite its quiet suburban feel, North Arlington cemeteries make it a unique city of the dead, where the past coexists with the present in a powerful and tangible way. Colma, California is a unique and fascinating city where the deceased dramatically outnumber the living. With a population of just around 1,600 residents, Colma is home to over 1.5 million graves, creating a staggering ratio of nearly 1,000 deceased individuals for every living person. This unusual demographic stems from San Francisco's decision in the early 20th century to ban new burials within the city limits. Starting in the 1910s, the remains of tens of thousands of people were exhumed from San Francisco cemeteries and relocated to Colma, transforming the small town into a massive necropolis. Today, Colma houses over 17 cemeteries, including prominent burial sites like Holy Cross, Cypress Lawn, and the Italian Cemetery. These burial grounds reflect the cultural and religious diversity of the Bay Area, with sections dedicated to specific communities, faiths, and even historical figures, including Levi Strauss and Wyatt Earp. While the living population remains small, the town thrives on its unique identity, with the motto, "It's great to be alive in Colma." As a city of the dead, Colma serves as both a resting place for millions and a quiet reminder of the region's complex history and changing geography. The geography of communities where the dead outnumber the living offers a unique lens of how societies navigate space, history, and culture. From the sprawling cemeteries of Queens and Colma to the steep hillside graves of Walhalla, these places remind us that cities are not just for the living. They are shaped by those who came before. That concludes this week's episode. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you'd like to leave your feedback, please do so in the comment section below. Also, be sure to subscribe to my channel, Our Worlds Our Planet Our Home, to view more videos. Until next time!